Okay, we made it to an end of another week of our 4 week journey into us healing loudly, living in our truth, healing into our 2026 year. This is week 2, and on our week 2, we was focusing on rebuilding your identity during your healing journey. And we're on day 5. We're on Freedom Forward Friday, our day 5. And today on our day 5, we're talking about rebuilding who I am one choice at a time. As you heal on your healing journey, you have to rebuild yourself from you being so broken from that traumatic experience that you experienced that sent you to the place of darkness. It's all about a rebuild. It's all about the journey when you're healing. And today, I want to talk to you about rebuilding your identity because healing doesn't just change how you feel, it changes who you are. As you heal and as you progress and as you move forward in your healing journey, it changes the person that you were before this traumatic experience that you experienced before the dark place. It changes who you are because when you go through a traumatic experience, I don't care what type of experience, if it sent you to a dark place, it was traumatic. If it sent you to a sunken place, as we call it, it was traumatic. Once you hit to that dark place and you begin to heal, you're going to be different. You're going to be different because now you have to live your life without whatever you're healing from. You have to live it without, because when you go through a traumatic experience, it's a loss. Whether it's a divorce, whether it's a death, whether it's you left your significant other, not a divorce, you just broke up, but it sent you someplace dark. It was a traumatic experience. It's going to change who you are. So there are going to be moments when you realize you're not trying to go back to that old person you once weren't anymore. You don't want to go backwards. So as you heal, you'll start to understand that statement. As you're healing, you're learning to meet yourself again, but differently. You're learning to meet yourself differently in a different place. Understand, when you start healing, things will feel unfamiliar. You won't react to the same things the same way. You won't tolerate the same things. You don't chase the same things. Like everything that was you before this healing process, before that traumatic experience, before whatever brought you to that dark place, is not you anymore. You're someone totally different. And things that you used to do, and things that you used to react to, and things and how, it will be no more. You're going to be different because now you're rebuilding yourself from something, but you're rebuilding yourself new, and you're rebuilding yourself so much stronger. And that can feel uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable, especially when people expect you to say the same version of yourself, of you that you was, because that version of you that was easier to handle. They knew that person, especially if you have family members, old friends, they knew that person or who you were, but you're changed now. You're someone totally different, and they don't know that person, so they don't know how to take it. And that's okay, because your growth will make the old versions feel foreign. The old version of you will feel like, who was that? Like, I did that. That was me. I used to tolerate things like that. I used to react that way. It will feel like who was that person? And rebuilding your identity doesn't mean you felt who you were before. It just means you survived. You survived and now you choosing to live. You were in that sunken place, you were in that dark place, and you decided to take the stand and heal. This is what I'm here for. This is why I chose this. This is why, and why I chose specifically going into December to this new year. Something just brought it on me to do this 4-week journey to help someone to start the process of healing. Because now you're going to learn your new boundaries. You're going to discover your worth, and you're going to understand your emotional needs better, because now your emotional needs are different. Because why? We're different. You're different. You're rebuilding yourself from broken, and you putting the broken pieces back together, but they're not going to be the same. I gave you an analogy in one of my videos before. When you break something, sometimes pieces shatter that can't be put back. So it's not going to look the same. You were once broken. You are putting yourself back together as you heal, but you will not be the same person. And you don't need to rush this process. That's where your grace comes in. Because you have to give yourself grace on this journey. Remember, on this healing journey, you choosing yourself is necessary. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Being selfish on a healing journey is necessary. It looks like saying no without guilt, without feeling guilty. You can say no without feeling guilty for it. No is now a complete sentence. Walking away without explaining, and honoring your peace even when it disappoints others. This is your healing journey. This is your life. This is who you are going to be. This is your rest of your life. So you have to honor you. And honoring you is honoring your peace. This version of you doesn't need permission anymore. You don't need permission from them. This is you versus you. The only permission you need is from yourself, because she knows her value and she protects it. So for our week 4, rebuilding your identity. No, I apologize. Our week 2 in rebuilding your identity. I'm rushing to the week 4 to end. On our week 2, rebuilding your identity, for our 5th day, and our Freedom Forward Friday. If you are rebuilding your identity, if you are healing, I want you to know you're not behind, you're not broken, you are becoming, honey. You are becoming this beautiful, beautiful person, this stronger person. This is who you are becoming. So be proud of yourself. Every small choice make to honor yourself, that's your freedom. Every little thing that you choose for yourself, that's another part of your freedom. That's another part of your healing journey. That's another part of you getting stronger. So for our Freedom for Friday, our week 2 journey, healing loudly and living in your truth. If this spoke to you, share it with a woman who's rebuilding herself. And remember, you are allowed to live in your truth.